Joe O, Sammy P. Let's break down these games, and let's start with the Kansas City Chiefs, team that is viewed as the best in the AFC, even though they are on the outside looking in right now. They are in a must-win spot, the 5-5 Kansas City Chiefs. They are playing at Arrowhead, where they have dominated. They have a 4-1 record at home, and they are 1-4 on the road. They're at home this week, favored by 3.5. Colts coming off the bye. The last time we saw them, they were in Germany, winning in overtime against the Atlanta Falcons. What are you thinking with KC Indy?
I'd like to lay Kansas City for sure, but I'm not there yet. We've got to pick 5. We'll do that at the end of the show. I would lean to the Chiefs just because they're at home. I think they're a little undervalued now in terms of how people are perceiving them. And Paul brought up the Chris Andrews tweet the other day about how he was watching Get Up, and the whole panel said the Colts should be favored. And when you usually hear that, you're like, oh, okay. Well, if Rex Ryan and Mike Greenberg think the Colts should be favored, maybe it's time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's time to do something there. Lean to Kansas City. That's a cheap number. When's the last time we saw the Chiefs 3.5 at home against Daniel Jones or a quarterback like that? You know, when you really close your eyes and think about it, we bet Buffalo. Well, I'm sorry, I bet Buffalo. And then I think we all kind of leaned toward Denver last week. It's KC or pass from me in this one, just given how low the perception is and how low the number is. You can lay 3 minus 120 at a couple books right now on KC.
Yep. I understand it. I definitely think the Chiefs are going to win this game. Could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past on this team. 47.5. You think about this efficient Colts offense. I mean, these are 2 of the top 3 offenses in the league when it comes to EPA per play. And these close games, the Chiefs are not winning suddenly. They had a 17-game winning streak in one-score games, which was insane, and now they have a 5-game losing streak. It always happens that way, and it was just a matter of time. What's the injury report say? Xavier Worthy was limited. Isaiah Pacheco was limited on Thursday. Very curious where we're at there. The under is close to hitting. The under on the win total for the Kansas City Chiefs. If they lose one more game, the under cashes right here, right now. So I don't have a play on the game. Just the desperation. I'm with you, and I would lean in the Chiefs' direction, but I have a lot of questions. If I'm doing anything in this game, I would probably go to the under. I know what both offenses have done this season, but we're north of 50. And with this Chiefs defense, if it ends up being a Chiefs game, they're going to have to limit that Colts offense. And they've been rearing up the rush defense for Jonathan Taylor. Arrested Taylor does scare me quite a bit. And this Colts team has played well on the road. They've played well everywhere. I lean to the Chiefs, but I don't in the under, but I don't have a play on the game. Any other anything else worth discussing in this one?
Well, I looked at a couple parlays. For example, a Chiefs-Rams moneyline parlay is even money, plus 100. I think that's probably going to win. I lean to that. And then if we take the Rams out and put in the Niners, it's minus 102 at BetMGM. So if you want to key Kansas City, again, Kansas City's 5-5. So you can't make this number 5.5. or 6. Like the true number probably a month ago is KC 5.5. But because the Colts keep winning, and now the Colts are off the bye, and the Chiefs have lost 2 in a row, you're getting the Chiefs. You're getting the Chiefs on the cheap. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to hook them with other things, I know you guys are hoping the Panthers create some chaos here and beat the Niners, but do you really think they're going to win? So Chiefs and Niners minus 102. Chiefs and Rams, even money. Something to think about.
If I were to hook it with a team somewhere in that price range that you're talking about, you're looking at teams around a touchdown favorite, I would go to Green Bay. Even though I don't love the way that they've been playing, just that specific matchup against McCarthy, I don't have to cover the 6.5. I just need to win that game. I would look to Green Bay. There's some reasons that I think Green Bay is not the worst look in the world. I'm not saying lay a touchdown, but to win, I like that.
Plus 105.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're looking for something to hook with, that makes a lot of sense. All right, let's keep things rolling here. We've got the Jaguars at the Arizona Cardinals. The Jaguars are a field goal favorite. So we got off the 2.5. We are 3 across the board. The total sitting at 47 in the hook. Has not gotten off that number pretty much all week. Sam, both of these teams are coming off very strange results. The Jaguars, a blowout win over the Chargers, right? And you look at it, I don't know that a lot of people had that coming. I know you, of course, had the Jaguars last week in that game, but 35-6, that was a lot worse than I assume even you thought. And then it felt like Niners-Cardinals was over early, and then Brissett ends up completing 47 passes, which was crazy. They put up almost 500 yards of offense against the Niners. Prevent or no prevent, that's an incredible performance, and the Cardinals can't stop anybody. So that was the issue there. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. So what do we do with Jaguars, Cardinals, Jacksonville -3?
I will probably do nothing. What I'd like to do at this point in time is just fold my arms, kick up my legs, and let you and Paul talk this one through.
All right, Paul. What
are we doing, Joe? I mean, it's never Jags, right? It's never laying it with the Jags, right?
No chance is it the Jacksonville Jaguars. No, this is the worst time to buy. Is the buy spot here Cardinals on the cheap? You're getting the +3. I hate it, but I'm here. We know Marvin Harrison Jr. is out. It looks like the defense is getting healthier for Arizona. We'll find out for sure later today, but a lot of the guys that have been missing time, they are now limited practices. That game was over early last week.
Yeah.
We know Brissett can move the football. Do we really think the Jaguars are going to repeat what they did? 5 for 6 in the red zone. They're putting up a ton of points while missing a lot of their best players, including their top 3 cornerbacks. So, yeah, you can't lay it. Both running backs were limited yesterday. Brian Thomas, him too. Trayvon Walker has not been practicing this week. Is he even going to be good to go? I feel like you've talked me into the Cardinals this week. Are you still there?
I am still there, and the Jaguars have been especially bad against tight ends. Trey McBride game. Like, just feed that guy, especially with Marvin Harrison out. Marvin Harrison Jr. out. Yeah, just feed Trey McBride. And, again, getting the full 3, I like that. I think they're very live in the game, too.
Yeah, the McBride number 75.5, around where he's been, and he's even money at one spot for an anytime touchdown. That makes sense. When Brissett's out there, he finds McBride. He's his dude. So, yeah, both on the Cardinals. Okay, very good. How about a game we were talking a little bit ago about? The movement in Cincinnati, New England. It keeps on dropping. All signs pointing to Joe Burrow being under center for the Cincinnati Bengals at home. We are now mostly 6. I don't know. It's pretty split now. Now we're at 5.5. Man, let's say we get Burrow news today. Joe Burrow is starting on Sunday for the Cincinnati Bengals. Where does it go to?
5.5, probably a good guess on the floor. I don't think you're going to get much lower than 5.5 because I know people will like to lay a cheap New England 5, especially considering what you were talking about the other day. This was 8 on the 17th. 8, 7.5. How low can you go? It's difficult to envision it getting much lower than 5.5. And most books are at 6 right now, including BetMGM. Are you going to play this over 51.5? I know you're leaning that way.
It's just getting to a point where it's just like, geez, now we're past 51. I see it being a shootout, certainly. The way to go is probably props, right? If you want to go to Higgins, some other weapons on the Bengals side, or Patriots, that makes a lot of sense. We don't have anything props-wise on Henderson. I would love to see what those numbers are. He's a big favorite to score a touchdown, but let's see what the yardage is or what some of his other props is. The reason we don't have it is we don't know about Stevenson. He was limited yesterday. For my Offensive Rookie of the Year tickets, I'm hoping that they decide to sit Stevenson once again. But let's not forget, this is the Bengals, the worst defense in football. It's not close. The Cowboys really aren't even in that conversation. And Drake May has the highest completion percentage in football. They complete 72% of their passes. How do we think they're going to do against this defense? I think both teams are going to score. It is going to be a shootout. It's going to be a very high number. I get why it's up there. So let's see about the Burrow news. Burrow as a dog, Sam, 17-3 ATS when it's at least a field goal. 17-3. Yeah, I hear you.